Hi, I'm MJ. Welcome to the Blogs4Borders video Blogburst, September 11th, 2007. 6 years ago, this country was attacked like it had never been attacked before. We were devastated. We were united. We were heartbroken. We were reminded that we have some serious problems to fix in this country. We were reminded by 19 men who were on our soil to act out their hatred for our nation because our government failed at its most fundamental tasks of securing our borders and protecting the American people. 6 years later, the government is still refusing to do its job in any meaningful and effective way. We've chosen to remember the events of 9/11 and honor those who fell by doing what we do best, speaking up against illegal immigration and calling for our government to secure our borders. Never forget. Mexican trucks began rolling over our southern border last week as part of President Bush's Mexican truck pilot program. We have questions, and so should you. How safe are the trucks themselves? Well, the Department of Transportation claims they have to pass the same marks as U.S. trucks, but as usual, the Minutemen seem to be far more vigilant than our government. There to protest the program, within minutes, they had these pictures showing clearly bald tires on the first trucks that came streaming across the border. Hint: bald chick, good. Bald tires, bad. Who's driving? I don't know. You don't know. The authorities don't care. You see, Mexico has no national database to check the backgrounds, driving or criminal, of Mexican truckers who apply for the program. Hint: remember Osvaldo Aldrete Davila? He held a valid Mexican CDL on the fateful day when he was intercepted by Border Patrol agents Ramos and Compián. How do we know what's in there? Look fast, that's all we've got to say, as in free and secure trade. It allows trucks to cross the border with a minimum of physical inspection in order to decrease congestion. It's a matter of trust, trusting government and companies on both sides of the border to operate under the honor system. Hint: there can't be illegal aliens, weapons, or terrorists in that truck. The form says they're transporting refried beans. How will Americans on the road be affected? Just ask those who have already been affected. Cheryl McGurk lost her parents and nephew when their car crashed into a Mexican truck in the darkness of early morning. Initially reported as an unfortunate accident involving a stalled, violation-free truck, it was later revealed that there were in fact many issues. The truck had inoperable lights, lacked U.S. required reflective material, its drive shaft had fallen out, it was found 30 feet in front of the crash site, and the truck was rolling backwards toward oncoming traffic. Not to mention the fact that it was attempting delivery in Los Angeles, well beyond the legal zone. So here we are, on the 6th anniversary of 9/11, and thank goodness we don't have to worry anymore about dangerous people sneaking into this country to hurt Americans. Our president is sending out engraved invitations. The victims: Gilbert Parra, 19, and a 17-year-old girl. The accused: Jesus Avila, 22, an illegal alien from Mexico. The charges: murder, aggravated assault, and illegal possession of a firearm. The story: Parra and Avila argued over the girl on the telephone, but that was just the beginning. Avila showed up in person, gunned Parra down, and wounded the unnamed girl in the ankle. Police emphasized in court that this crime was not gang-related, although jail personnel identified his tattoo as gang affiliation. And as is so often the case, our government had a clear-cut opportunity to remove this criminal alien from our country. When he committed this violent crime, Avila was out on bail for another criminal charge. Of course, if our government had been doing its job, Avila would have been held for deportation, not released back into the community to injure his 17-year-old ex-girlfriend and kill Gilbert Parra, making this crime 100% preventable. The victim: a 13-year-old Arizona girl. The accused: Javier Ramos, 23, illegal alien. The charges: kidnapping, attempted sexual misconduct with a minor, aggravated assault on a minor, and having an outstanding warrant for driving on a suspended license. The story. On the afternoon of Thursday, August 30th, a 13-year-old girl was shopping at a local grocery store. As she exited the ladies' room, Ramos forced her back into the washroom and got her on the floor. Hearing the girl's screams, several of the customers charged into the bathroom, then followed Ramos as he fled. One pursuer confronted him in the parking lot and was assaulted for his trouble. Ramos then ran off and began soliciting work door to door in an effort to build a quickie alibi. One of those solicited recognized him from the incident at the store and was able to subdue him until the police arrived. And of course, Ramos had priors. He had an outstanding warrant for his arrest for driving on a suspended license, a license that, as an illegal alien, he wasn't supposed to have in the first place. The question of the day is, why wasn't that enough to remove this stain from the country before he could attack and attempt to sexually assault a 13-year-old girl? Big thanks to all those citizens who put themselves in harm's way to protect this child, something our government is clearly unwilling to do. Because if our government had been doing its job, Ramos wouldn't have been here to attack a young girl in broad daylight, making this crime, like all crimes committed by illegal aliens, 100% preventable. Sanctuary cities like mine bar police from asking a suspect's immigration status or even sharing such information with federal immigration authorities should they just happen to stumble across it. My state even went a step further last week, banning Illinois employers from using the basic pilot program to verify the legal status of employees. Testifying before the House Homeland Security Committee last week, Michael Chertoff said his agency would not tolerate interference from meddling sanctuary cities when it comes to hiring illegal aliens. We don't believe him. Sunday night brought America's first ever Spanish-language presidential debate, brought to you by Univision. Don't speak Spanish? No problem. Los espectadores anglófonos pueden mirar utilizando el subtítulo en servicio en sus televisiones. Having to read subtitles to watch a presidential debate in your own language, in your own country. Isn't that special? Of course, if you have to be a citizen to vote, and you have to speak English to become a citizen, I guess that makes me a big, mean racist for wondering why we need or want him in Spanish in the first place. Thanks for clicking in to this week's episode of the Blogs4Borders video blog burst. And remember, never forget.